Taxes will double on all our property. We have county water. There are septic tanks available today that you can put and build a house on land that doesn't even perk. So it's absolutely unnecessary. The city will charge us a sewer rate, a trash pickup rate, and double our taxes, and we will be subject to all the rules and bureaucratic mess that they've created in Lexington. Another reason we don't want to be part of Lexington is because the entire city council is corrupt. I have emails that prove they took a state grant to buy what they were calling slum rentals in the city of Lexington at a place called Erlang. Now, after digging, I can tell you this, and it's in the county tax records, the mayor and at least one other city council person sold back to the city and the state of North Carolina at least one house each that belonged to them. That money, taxpayer money, was used to buy these houses, went straight to their pockets. Another example of the mismanagement in Lexington, they keep and maintain a city golf course that loses over $250,000 a year. Now, there have been offers throughout the years to buy this golf course, which would alleviate the tax burden and the tax loss for the taxpayers of Lexington, as well as bring tax revenue into the city of Lexington. So even though the statutes, if you read the 1959 report, make it clear that cities are not supposed to annex for their benefit, allowing these small towns like Rocky Mount, Lexington, all of these towns, any city, anywhere, simply taking over entire neighborhoods and not letting these people vote. The fact of the matter is, the majority of the other states get along fine without forced annexation. They do not trample on people's rights. They allow them to vote. Now, I know that you guys, representatives, senators, are debating different bills right now. I encourage you to vote and to push and to pass Larry Shaw's bill that will allow people to vote on who controls their property rights. Thank you very much.
This is Daniel. I live at 154 Bedford Drive in the Cow Palace. I am very much opposed to this annexation for several reasons. One, I live on a fixed income on Social Security. Have a very small retirement check of under $200. Couldn't afford the increased taxes and all the other things that they say they're going to give us something, but they're going to take more than they're ever going to give us. And I know that I'm not by myself. I live by myself. I have no other means of income. These people that are fighting so hard and saying that we want this need to come into the neighborhood and go house to house and talk to the people. I think if they do, I'd be surprised if they find even 5 or 6 that say they want it. All it's going to do is hurt the rural neighborhood. When I bought my home, I specified to the realtor that I wouldn't even talk to him about anything inside the city limits. First couple of places he showed me was inside the city limits, and I sat him down and I told him, I said, let's make something clear. I don't want to look at anything in the city or anywhere close to the city. If you can't do any better than that, I'm going to find another realtor. And that's the key, one of the main reasons I've moved out here. You get put in the city, you get charged double taxes, and even for someone that has a good job, it puts a bigger burden on them. To all these politicians that think that the people out here want this, they need to get out of their offices, take the time, come out here and talk to the people one-on-one, and I think they'll find out, first of all, the truth. Secondly, I think it's somewhere in the future when they're running for office again, they'll find some people out here that may not have voted for them, that will come out in their favor. And it's just one big rat race, and all the city wants us in the city for so they can get more tax revenue. If they would get rid of some of the dead weight, it's in City Hall that is simply occupying a desk and getting paid a big salary, that really are not doing anything other than socializing from day to day. They would find out who our true leaders really are. And that's all I can think of right now to say.
Now, you're a veteran, aren't you?
Yes.
How many years did you serve the country?
I was in the United States Navy for just over 7 years.
What principles were you taught and did you believe that you were defending when you served?
Well, one main thing we were defending was the freedoms of the people. And this annexation is taking away from that. Out of 50 states that make up the United States of America, my understanding is we only have 4 states that still allow neighborhoods to be forcibly annexed into the city. The fact that we have 46 other states that says that's illegal should, in my opinion, send a clear message to everybody on all levels that it's wrong.
That's right.
I understand that there have been areas in the past that have been annexed in other states, but the people were allowed to vote for it, and there was a majority of them that voted to be put inside the city. I don't want to be inside the city regardless, but I would not feel upset or even angry, at least, if we were given the opportunity to go to a voting booth and express our opinion by voting whether we wanted it or not.
Well, thank you. Really appreciate you talking with us. And we hope that this video will make a difference. Thank you.
I hope it does too. I looked at one thing a moment ago. I was in the United States Navy for 7 years, from 1960 to 1967. Glad I went. Have no regrets whatsoever. But it hurts my feelings enormously to know that the same country that I defended is going to allow a group of people, because of money, to force something on a group of people that doesn't have any desire to be included in their city. And the only reason that anyone can give is money. And that's all I have.
This message is for the legislators, mostly or mainly Hugh Holloman, Bays Knight, and Rand. My name is Jerry Burkhart. I live in the Sapona Country Club area. The area that's they're trying to force us into annexation. I'd like to put this message to them. We worked to get to where we're at. We didn't get to cheat people. We didn't get to force people to pay us. We had to work and earn everything we've got to live in this area. It is not right. It is not. It goes against every grain I got to be forced to pay the city government when I don't need anything from them. Not one little thing that we need. We can't go out here and just force somebody to pay us more so we can pay our bills. This forced annexation is going to probably force some of the people to have to lose